all my fellow Americans, those of you already logged in, again, it is Monday. It is Tuesday, actually, Tuesday, September 6th, 2022. I'd like to say kudos to all of you. It is a great day. It is the first Tuesday of the month of September. September is a beautiful month. Those of you who love the fall, you know, it's right here. It's right around the corner. We can't wait for fall to hit the state of Florida. And those of you who are patiently waiting, the fall is right on the corner. Just stand by. I'd like to take this time to do some housekeeping work here by wishing a happy birthday to quite a few of you guys while celebrating your birthday on this day, the day of Robert Duverny Show. You know, if it's Tuesday, if it's 8 p.m., the 2000 hours is the Robert Duverny Show. I'd like to take this time to wish a happy birthday to my lovely niece, of course. This is someone I can call a niece. Of course, I'm referring to no one else. The famous, the princess. Shasha. Shasha, I'd like to take this time to wish you a happy birthday. We're fortunate to have you in our midst. Shasha Ambrose, of course, it's your birthday. We wish you nothing but the best, okay? I'm sure Dad will take great care of you on that day, and I'll be seeing you this weekend for sure to celebrate. I'd like to take this time to wish a happy birthday to my brother who celebrated his birthday this past Saturday. I'm referring to no one else, the famous, the best teacher in Miami-Dade County, Mr. Odelson Ambrose, who just turned probably 18 months old right now. Well, Shasha, you ought to be smiling. Your birthday is a great celebration. I'm going to lobby Congress to make September 6th a holiday. That way we all can celebrate with you. All right? Thank you so much. There's a lot of people who wants to celebrate their birthday with you, Shasha. There's also the likes of Martelli Polas from Pembroke Pines also celebrating his birthday today. They said, well, Shasha was born on that day. Why not celebrating my birthday today as well? Okay. I'd like to say kudos to Pastor Gallen. Pastor Gallen just logged in. Congratulations, Dr. Gallen. Pastor Gallen for logging in. Yes, you like 18-month-old? Well, thank you. Every now and then we need a good sense of humor, and this is what we bring you. Okay. Okay, Mrs. Ambrose just logged in. Of course, that's the mother of Aisha. She's the mother. She's a proud mother. Now her daughter just turned a big, I would say 13 today. If my count is right, you know, I'm getting old, folks. Okay, it's probably 12, but I'm giving her 13. All right. But she's a wonderful young lady, and then she brings you nothing but joy. And then she's a jewel to her father, to her mother, to her family, of course. And then again, with all America join our voice tonight to wishing you a happy birthday. Love you, Shasha. All right. Well, my fellow Americans, we wanted to give out some kudos to all of you celebrating your birthday. This whole month is the month is still young. I'm sure there's plenty of more birthday to be celebrating throughout this month. We look forward in celebrating you as well. All right. Well, what we have on the agenda for you for tonight, we have quite a few stuff. You're quite welcome, Mrs. Ambrose. You're quite welcome. All right. So tonight, what we have on the agenda, we have quite a few events. I love the month of September, not because it's my best friend's birthday month, but it's a great month as football season started. As you know, I'm a big football fan. Just last Saturday, the University of Miami really put a number on Bethune-Cookman. It was a great game. But again, that's something to look forward for the weekend. And also this Thursday, Thursday night football starts. The champion of last year, which is San Diego, will be San Diego Chargers will be playing against the Buffalo. It should be a great game. I encourage you, those of you who are football fan, I wouldn't say football fanatic, but football fan. To stay tuned. Again, I love football. Again, we've made provision not to encumber your Monday. As you can see, the Robert Duverny Show has taken a shift to Tuesday. We've taken this shift just so we can accommodate our viewers time to do homework with our fellow students, with our viewers, of course, and then Of course, there's all of you who are football fanatics just like myself, and those of you who are involved in church as well. We figured, you know what? Let's meet on Tuesday. That's the reason why you, as the ambassador, I encourage you to share this channel with a friend as you're watching it right now. It could be very much beneficial to all of them, and let them know that there's a show in town. It's called the Robert Duverny Show. You know, if there's a show in town at 8 p.m., which is prime time, maybe, it's the Robert Duverny Show. All right, so we have quite a few things for you on the agenda tonight. The topic for tonight, as you saw the preview, had to do with the state of our politics. We're gonna delve into this, and then what makes America great, and then where we are as a nation, and where we're going, and what we ought to expect in the next years. And of course, there's something right around the corner. I'm sure most of you probably are quite aware of. Is the midterm election. The midterm election is only 62 days away. It's counting seconds right now. 62 days away until midterm election. As we know, we have midterm election every 2 years, right? Every 2 years, we have midterm elections. So it's for both congressional seats, also the Senate seat. There's quite a few Senate seats open. Also the gubernatorial seats as well. The president, it's an off year for presidential election. So the next 2 years we'll have a presidential election. But it keeps me interested. That's the beauty of America. There's never a dull moment. You left the presidential 2 years ago, and then people were all hyped up, and now we jump to midterm election. There's always something going on. I love America. I just love it. You just cannot go bored in America. Either you like politics or not. Since we all revere the politics, that's the reason why we tend to bring this into the fold, and where we create this platform and others can participate. I'd like to say good evening to Dr. Azor from the great state of Georgia, who'll probably watching this show, probably in replay. We salute you. We salute the family. It was nice seeing you, and it was a great time. So we also take the time to wish the Jordan family, the Jordan family, some great time as well. It was a great time. Enid, Panya, we thank you for your hospitality. Again, at the Robert Duverny Show, we never miss a bit. All right. Well, let's go to our menu this evening. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, lately you've seen Mr. Biden. Mr. Biden just delivered a speech just like last Thursday in the great state of Pennsylvania. He delivered a speech, the soul of our nations. Every now and then in America, there's time where our president, which is the father of our nation. We have these folks that we look up to. And that's the reason why it's important who you choose as your leader. And it reflects who you are. Again, in times like this, in time of turmoil, we expect our elected leaders to show up and calm things down. And this is what any leaders will do. Just the same thing you run in your house. If there's chaos, you as a father, that's why we encourage fathers to be involved in the kids' lives in the home. And when reason why I'm putting emphasis on that, I mean, we as father, we play a pivotal role in the home. I guess same goes with the nation. If you cannot maintain your home, there's no way you're going to maintain a nation, a church, or any association, as a matter of fact, because everything starts from home. Mr. Biden has really displayed class. He has really displayed backbone, and this is what we need in our leaders. In tough time, you don't run, you don't blame, but you man up. You take the blame. If I'm wrong, and I'm a man here, I'm not perfect. I have my pitfalls. I have my flaws. If I've been questioned about my field, I'll admit it, and then my job is to do it better next time. It does not take anything away from me. As a matter of fact, it makes me of a bigger man. The fact that I can take criticism and then correct those criticism, because you don't want anybody to always clapping for you, but they're not going to be clapping for you every day. And then just because someone goes against your beliefs, or someone goes against your philosophy or your ideology, that does not make that person your enemy. On the contrary, that makes you a better person. it gives you a chance to ponder the next time you're going to engage in such activities in search of delivery. So you tend to think about it twice or before you even act. I think this is what we want in our elected leaders. And again, I should full disclosure: the Robert Duverny Show does not take side here. We do not pledge any allegiance to any party, but we pledge allegiance to the United States Constitution. This is what we're trying to uphold on a regular basis, to do the right thing. And when we long gone, we want history to judge us. I want history after I'm long gone here, that there was a time, and there was a show called Robert Duverny, who really was impartial. This is how I want to be remembered. And that's how elected leaders should want to be remembered. You don't want to be remembered for fanfare, for being bombastic. I mean, it's too easy. Anybody could be bombastic, but then again, how is it when you be remembered for taking a tough call, going the extra mile, well, no one else would, but you did? How's that? That's the reason why heroes are very on the corner by themselves. They're in the field all by themselves, because it requires a backbone. It requires courage. That's why I salute the men in the Navy, the Navy SEALs. These guys went too rigid. I wouldn't make it. I tell you, I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it. Every time I see someone bashing our military, I think you're a coward, because you cannot even walk 2 steps in those shoes. So same goes with my public. I still think there are still those who still have the backbone. We don't want to single out anybody in particular, but then again, there's always a sentiment that we must uphold the Constitution. We don't uphold the Constitution when it's in our favor only, but we uphold the Constitution when we tend to be going against it and someone corrects us and we take it and we pull back. That's what makes us great. That's what makes America great. Just today I was thinking about what makes America great. What makes America great? It's when all Americans from all walks of life, willing to go the extra mile, willing to lend a hand to the needy, willing to sign up for the army, willing to serve. That's what makes us great. It's when we have new innovations, new ideas. What makes us great, while we are the envy of the world, it's because of our ideals, not our might. That's what makes us great. There's never been a coup here in the United States, although there are some who attempt to do so. There's never been a coup. America is the only nation on earth that for 246 years have seen transfer of power. 246 years. Now, the best I can do is to continue that practice, is to continue that idealism, that we, the people, that's what makes us great. America is great when we all can have equal rights. Regardless of your party affiliation, regardless of your gender, we all have equal rights. That's what makes us great. It's not just to a few. It's when all Americans have an open shop. That's what makes us great. There are those who want to sever others from participating in some type of a movement or an assignment. No. We should encourage others to participate. We should encourage others to participate in our electoral college. We should encourage others to serve at the public office. Now, there are those who don't think that elections are important. There are those who never encourage you to run for office. Now, in the state of our politics right now, it will be hard for either party to encourage others to run for public office. Run for public office is nothing but a vocation. A vocation is not something you can take light. That's the reason why I always encourage my teachers, those who on the front line, my nurses, those who are willing to. Well, some of you might say, well, you're so short-minded. Well, they're making money. You're missing the whole point. Most teachers I've known, at least in my age time, they went into the vocation because it's a passion. It's a calling to teach. There's a saying that goes, "He who dares to teach shall never stop learning." Go look it up. He who dares to teach shall never cease to learn. So, because it's a vocation. A vocation is a burden. You're carrying a burden on your back that you cannot let these students go hungry for knowledge. Don't get me started up in here now. So, I mean, at times we have in some third world countries, the teachers are not being paid. But yet, when they think of the students, they still go and teach. Well, same thing in America. America is the greatest nation on earth. The teachers are not adequately paid. But there are those who still on the front line. They go to school not knowing what they're going to deal with. Some kids who could be coming from a broken home. Some limited child. So these are things that we should think. We should not take these things for granted. I think same goes for in our political system. We have those who have gone into public service just simply to contribute, to help advance a cause. So these are the people that we honor tonight, and then that's exactly what I thought I'd share that with you, and that was something I think it's very important that we share, and to our teachers and those who serve in the forefront, those nurses, those public servant, those who collect garbage, those who at the clerk office, and these are public servant. They're there for us. We cannot take that for granted. All right. We also, I mentioned to you that President Biden delivered a speech last week, and former President Trump also delivered a speech. Again, he's campaigning in Pennsylvania as well, and that's great. That's great. I mean, that's the beauty of America. I mean, if you're truly passionate about a party or candidates, you go out there and support that candidate. And at the end, you pray that your candidate win because you've done your part. I encourage President Trump for his great work that he's doing. He's going after these senators, and he's supporting some governor, the likes of Arizona. There's a former Fox host who's running for the gubernatorial seat in Arizona. Also, President Trump was also supporting Dr. Oz and also Marciano for running for the gubernatorial seat in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania will be a critical battleground as usual. I think we ought to keep that in mind. And that's the beauty of America. Mr. Trump, former President Trump, is really passionate about his MAGA, and he's pushing an agenda. So is President Biden. What I'd like to say to both of my parties, again, like I said, I have no dog in this fight. I'd like to see some civility. Let's not call each other names. I think it shows our true character, who we are. And always address the president by president. Don't just call him Joe Biden. Don't just call him Trump. They didn't go to school with you. They're not your colleagues. And there's got to be some respect. I've seen quite on each aisle call each other president just by some of them call him by the first name. Okay, so I think we need to show some class and as how we address our president and also our former president. It's important, and we show some kind of restraint. We show some kind of respect to the office they held, regardless whether or not you like or dislike them. So that's besides the point. Another one who's making the news is, of course, Senator Marco Rubio. I'm sure most of you probably know Mr. Senator Rubio. He's from the great state of Florida, my home state. Mr. Rubio will be running for re-election. He's trying to maintain his seat in the Senate. Mr. Rubio sits on the Intelligence Committee in the Senate. He knows a lot of what's going on, particularly in the current investigation of the former president, which we're not going to delve into, because again, what we're talking about tonight is the speeches that's been delivered by our elected officials, the likes of Mr. Trump, former President Trump, President Biden, also Senator Marco Rubio, who's also, I mean, most senators are attorneys, they're lawyers, and you would think that they will use their judgment and have some respect for the American people. I think our politicians take quite a few of us for granted. They don't think that we are knowledgeable enough, because they can tell you anything and you'll buy it. And I think we should hold our public officials accountable, and we hope in return they show us some respect, and that there are some of us who are listening to them, who are watching them on a regular basis. We know a thing or two of what's going on. We can pick up a paper. We don't just read that. That's what happened. Most of you only watch the cable news, and particularly if you watch a certain channel, and then you know where they gear toward, and then but then again, when you pick up an independent paper, I mean, you can get that on your phone, and it's a different animal right there. So I encourage you to not just take what's been given to you, but also do some research, and because our politicians for far too long they've taken us for granted, and I think they ought to do better. They ought to show some restraint in their judgment, in their articulation, and because we, the American people, we can read, and some of us do some researches, and then we know what's going on. So I think that'll be very important. So I'm going to take a few questions since time is of the essence right now. It's already 8:23. We have 7 more minutes, and I'd like to see we would have any not much nurses. Okay. Okay, very good. So what I wanted to, since there's no questions, I was hoping to get some questions, but I guess no questions. I guess everyone seems to be at ease tonight. Dr. was not in. If she were in here, I'm sure she'd be bombarding me with questions. Okay. All right, here go my son. My son, how you doing, son? How you doing? Good to see you. Looking sharp. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, thank you for logging to the Robert Duverny Show. I haven't seen you in some time, but I'm glad you were able to pitch in tonight. You're intelligent young man. You know, if it's Tuesday, if it's 2000 hours, it's the Robert Duverny Show. I'm sure you're probably at the gym right now working out, but you put the weight down and then pull your phone and say, I have to check out the Robert Duverny Show. You have a bright future ahead of you, son. I miss you too. All right. Oh, my man. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, there's breaking news here. My brother-in-law have not seen this cat in 2 years. He just logged on the show. He gave me 2 thumbs up. Brother, it's good to hear from you, man. All right. Very good. Well, we appreciate all of you who logged into the Robert Duverny Show, and I encourage you guys to take time to check out your voter registration. And in the midterm election, which is only 62 days away right now, probably looking at 61 days and probably 3 hours. So time is just ticking down. So I encourage you to take part of what's going on. And as always, America does well when we all contribute to some fashion. And this is what we want. We want our young people and to get involved. Another topic I'd like to Well, I just have a question. Who am I voting for? Well, Mr. Burley, Mr. Paul, I'd like to refrain from uh, disclose what I'm going to vote for, but then again, I'm sure going to participate. And if one of the candidates that on the ballot does not reflect my ideologies, or well, I'm going to write myself in. How's that? You know, you have that right to do so. Just write yourself in. If you're not happy, who you with the candidates on the ballot, just write yourself in. And then next time you go around and collect signatures, and then hey, that's all you need. 500,000 signatures, man. You're good to go. Put yourself on the ballot, and then that definitely. I'd like to see you run for office some days, and you know, I'll be the first one marching on for you, sir. All right, very good. One thing I wanted to share with you, and we have 3 minutes left. What's happening? We have this kid is killing me tonight, man. So what's going to happen is this midterm election is going to be extremely interesting for the fact that one thing I learned many years ago: don't mess with a woman. She's going to come and get you, man, or she's going to get her apparatus, and it can come after you with strong force. As you know, just recently, Roe versus Wade was no more law of the land. You know, this is something that's been in the making for the past 50 years, and some women did not believe that man should be having a say in the body. So, according to the latest poll, women are extremely fired up. They're gonna go to the. I mean, I don't know who you voted for, whatnot, but these women gonna go out there. It's not gonna be a midterm like any previous midterm. Because normally you done the midterm, you expect the party in power, let's say the Democratic Party in power, will suffer a great loss. But as of lately, based on the recent polls, nothing is for certain. But there's a trend going up in favor of the current party, because they make abortion the prime topic, and then that's something that a lot of women who, especially young people really, you know, that's one thing you don't tell Americans. Don't tell Americans what to do. That's what you don't tell an American what to do. We all know that. Either you're male or female, you don't tell us what to do. We tell you what to do, right? That's what we do around the world. We tell people what to do, but people don't tell us what to do. So the women right now, they're not happy. They're not happy with the decision that took place. We saw the handwriting on the wall with the case in Tennessee, and the next was the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. The women are extremely upset, and they're gonna go out there and vote. I don't know who they're gonna vote out, but they're gonna go out in full force. My man. Only if we knew. No, we don't mess with women, man. Women, I tip my hat out to you. You guys are the backbone of every home. Nancy Pelosi once said, if you want anything gets in Washington, you get a woman. And that's why when she was able to pass the healthcare reform, known as the ACA, Affordable Care Act, most of us call it Obamacare. And so she said, well, you get a woman, things happen. That's right. We expect respect to all queens. All right. You have a great future, son. I'm sure your wife will take care of you tonight. You know to respect those queens. Yes, sir. And we cannot do much without the women. And you know, the women are the best, and they keep us in check. All right. Who's going to be the best candidate? That's a good question, Mr. Goward. Well, we have. I encourage you to watch the debates. There's going to be more debates coming up. And for both gubernatorial, I mean, Charlie Crist will be going against the current governor, Mr. Ron DeSantis, for Florida governor, and we also have Mr. Senator Marco Rubio will be going against Representative Val Demings. Val Demings, of course, the former chief of police for City of Orlando. She'll be going for the Senate, and there's going to be that's going to be good debate. So there's going to be plenty to choose around. I think it's time that we hear what these leaders have to say and what they have to offer. And at the end of the day, you make the ultimate decision. So wherever I appeal to you, and then I think this is the person who should get your vote. How is that? All right. Well, my fellow Americans, I could not have for a better audience. You've been very genuine and receptive and hospital. And you show some hospitality. And I look forward to seeing you again back here next Tuesday at the same time, which will be the 12th. It will be another great day. Thank you, thank you. The debate should get next week. Questions are coming in right now. Debate should start sometime mid of October. We're gonna have a couple of debates. Well, some beginning of October. Put it this way, and then depending on this, they're gonna have to sit down and look at. There's gonna be about 3 debates, but probably late September, beginning of October, because they're gonna spread them out every week, every 2 weeks, so on and so forth, until you get a grasp of what's going on. Thank you so much, you all. It's been a pleasure again. I look forward to seeing you here next week, Tuesday, at the same hour. And again, if you know if it's Tuesday, if it's 8 p.m., it's the Robert Duverny Show. Spread the good news. Just share the link with a friend, a family member, a colleague, even a loved one. Let them know about the Robert Duverny Show. Until next time, my fellow Americans, have a good evening. Thank you.